There is arguably no more obvious opportunity for voters who are unhappy with Donald Trump to take action than California's ballot initiative known as Prop 50. It's the measure to redraw all 52 of that state's congressional districts that, if it passes, will likely deliver 5 more House seats to Democrats in next year's midterm elections. The president, just a short time ago, called it unconstitutional, claiming with no proof that the voting itself is rigged. And he adds that mail-in voting is under very serious legal and criminal review. Stay tuned, he adds. Joining me now, California's Lieutenant Governor, Eleni Kounalakis. Thank you, Madam Lieutenant Governor, for being with us. I wonder what your response is to the president saying there's serious legal and criminal review of mail-in voting.
Well, good morning, Chris. Found it right away on social media. He said this is a desperate plea from a man who's trying to take food away from children. So we feel very, very confident about our system of voting here in California. It's tried and true. People are going to the polls. It's not too late. If you haven't voted, we encourage everyone to get out there and make your voice heard. It appears to be poised for victory because Californians are very clear about our values, and we understand that Donald Trump is advocating and moving forward with policies that are harmful for Californians and for the rest of the country, and we are doing something to fight back.
Overwhelmingly, Californians do vote by mail, but do you have any early intel on voting in person today?
We know that about 30% of the ballots have been returned, and of all registered voters. So we anticipate a large number of ballots being returned today, either filled out at home and then returned to a collection location, or people going to their polling place. California has same-day voting. Many people do go and fill out those provisional ballots. Again, we have a very sophisticated and accurate and reliable voting system in the state of California. So we do expect a lot of people to vote today. Now, what Trump is trying to do, as he always does, is use fear and intimidation to keep people from going to the polls. We encourage people to go ahead and go. It is safe. They are entitled to this. It is their right as Americans to vote. And he's also saying that this is unconstitutional. It's insane. This is the most constitutional thing that we do is vote. And to the degree that he is looking to send DOJ election monitors, we will have our own people on site making sure that the right to vote is protected and that every vote is counted.
So what would they do? Because some people have questioned whether that's an escalation of tensions by essentially saying, well, if DOJ is going to send somebody, we're going to send our own people.
But we'll see how this plays out today. It seems that because we haven't seen much yet, that Trump's tweet is just using their propaganda machine to scare and intimidate people. So the governor has come out swinging, being very clear. These are more threats from Trump. And the fact of the matter is we have a very strong system in the state and people should go and vote.
But can you just explain to folks what the role of your state election observers is?
Well, I don't know because we don't know exactly yet what we're responding to. I mean, the main role is to make sure that if people go, they're registered to vote, they filled out their ballot at home, they want to drop it off, or they want to go and vote in person, that they can do that. And at this time, we have no real reason to believe that anyone's ability to vote is going to be interfered with, except for these kinds of use of fear and threats and the propaganda machine of Donald Trump and the MAGA movement.
Right now, 4 states have signed redistricting into law, and then there are 4 more, including California, obviously, where you are, that seem to be on the way. 5 more are talking about it. If there's a domino effect, as many people predict there will be, once Prop 50 is decided, and again, as you point out, it looks good for proponents, it would actually mean, according to an analysis by the New York Times, a net gain for Republicans of 2 to 6 seats. So with the vote today, are you taking a gamble that there will be this kind of domino effect that ultimately will hurt Democrats?
Oh, Chris, we did not start this fight. You know, the Republicans have been working for years on voter suppression. and on gerrymandering across the country. They have known for a long time that because of changing demographics and because people generally want to go and vote their interests for a strong economy, for food for their kids, for rights for women, the fact is that they've been trying to accumulate majority power with minority votes. They've been doing this for a long time. So our Prop 50 is a response specifically to Trump picking up the phone and demanding that Texas engage in more gerrymandering. Californians believe in fairness. We have had a system in place, a commission that draws the districts. That commission stays where it is. This is a temporary measure that has a sunset in 2030 with the new census. We still believe in fairness. We want to see nationally a fair system that reflects the vote of the people. But what we are up against is Donald Trump and the MAGA movement that does not care about fairness. They only care about accumulating power into more of their own hands, fewer and fewer hands, into empowering corporate America to pay less in taxes and to turn their backs on working families in this state. So we're doing what we have to do in this moment. We can see that voters feel that it is the right thing to do to fight back, but do we want to see the country move toward fair elections across the United States? Absolutely we do, because what we know is that when we do have a fair representation of Americans expressing where they are on our policies, they vote for women's reproductive rights. We vote for health care. We vote for food for families. That is what the Republican Party and the MAGA movement have been up against. And that is what we're trying to do right now in California, is fight back against that. But it's going to be one battle at a time.
California's Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis, thank you so much for coming on the program.